Hey everyone, my name's Guinverre and welcome back to Misadventures of Laura Silver. Get back straight into it. We're up to investigating. I believe. Yeah, we're investigating the death of Skoda. Take a deep breath. First, how did he die, Silver? He was in the tub when he found him. That, that probably means that he drowned. Was it the vodnik that had done him? Open the tap of the bathtub. No water flows. Water is off, so how did this bathtub get filled in the first place? Very true. Time to be detectives right now. Figure out how Skoda died. Mr. Cha, it's best if you don't touch the body with your bare hands. Do you have any gloves? I'd rather not touch him. What else? We did that. Nothing really else I can click. Does he have any gunshot wounds on his body? My room is right near his. If a gun was shot, I would have heard it. Still, it doesn't take me away from looking at every inch of his body. He might have been killed when I was in the lobby after all. There are no wounds on the back of his body. It's as white as a ghost. Did he have a nosebleed while he was struggling? I assume so. Wonder if it's because he injured a vein or two while he was suffocating. He is as soft as he could be. That means his muscles haven't stiffened yet. You see him after last night? No. Check my watch. It's 9:50 a.m. Stiffening of the muscles and joints start 4 to 6 hours after death. Knowing that he came to get us at 2 a.m., this knowledge doesn't give us any clue on the time of death. You know a whole lot about death works. You know a whole lot about how death works. Did you work as a nurse before? I just interviewed a few detectives while they were working. I see. Look at his nose again. Can I click the walls? Can I click the curtain? Oh, yeah. Not unusual to get a nosebleed if you're struggling for breath. His nose looks a bit more crooked than before I touched the bridge of his nose. Wait, I can move it. There are two pieces of bones rubbing each other as I play with Skoda's nose. What are you doing? His nose is broken. Someone punch him in the face? Is this why he got the nosebleed? Is Vodnik the type of person to punch detectives into tubs and drown them? It doesn't sound very supernatural. Oh, I hear the door of Skoda's room opening. Can't be Vodnik, right? Who's there? Where's Papa? Pavla, why are you here? I got curious. Couldn't find you anywhere. Silva, continue investigating. I'll keep Pavla outside. Sure. That opens the bathroom door and leaves. Jared Skoda. Who killed you? Hope that you answer, right? I'm just trying my luck in case you become a ghost and want to answer me by possessing yourself. You look like someone who would become a ghost of it. Always the people who have tons of ego. You're one of them for sure. Don't be shy. Let's say you took too many sedatives, lost your balance while you were bathing, hit your nose on the tub, And then somehow you magically fell into the tub as if you were bathing again in the exact position. So I don't think this is the case. There are 100 possibilities actually. It's possible to reach a conclusion with my current knowledge. Looks like you've created another job for us, Steven. I never liked you, you know. You were the epitome of unlikability and Miss Silver, what are you doing? Silver! How come I don't hear you come in? Looks nervous. Did you finish examining the body? Yes. I was never good at dealing with people's emotional states. I should continue investigating instead of talking with Cooper about it. I stand up and get out of Skoda's bathroom. Why are you here, Cooper? But I shouldn't leave you alone. So fine. Excuse me for saying this, but if I observed correctly, you were talking to Mr. Skoda's body. Anyway, we should be searching the room for clues. Cooper doesn't respond to my attempt of changing the subject. Okay, clues. The cupboard and drawers? No. Then anything notable on the desk? Is that a notebook? Skoda's notebook hidden behind the desk. Amateur move to hide his important files in here. So at least it would throw off the mundane people. Check it out. I can see some notes and documents folded inside. I opened the cover. I noticed that he has used the notebook as a diary too. He's written a few entries using this as a diary. We shouldn't look at it then. It may be private. He isn't here to judge us. Miss Silver, do you know what you're saying? May it contain some pieces of evidence. Besides, he read our mail. No secrets between the bureau workers, right? No man becomes a saint just by dying, Cooper. I know, I know. As far as I've noticed, Jar opens the safe every Sunday morning to check if the spare keys are in place. I told Willem to find the password of the safe and take the key. If possible, he will put the key back to the safe in every Saturday night. Jar trusts Willem, since he's been working here for years. Willem is the one who is staying at the receptionist's counter every Saturday. It must be easy for him to do that. What day is it today, Cooper? Wednesday, Miss Silver. Update. He yelled at me when I told him about this. I'll lose all the trust Mr. Cha invests in me, he said. There's no way of that happening if you don't get caught. Do you want your cousin to die? I replied. He obeyed reluctantly. It's unbelievable how stupid he is. That's horrible. That's Skoda. Mr. Willem shouldn't know about this. Miss Silver, I still think we shouldn't read Skoda's diary any longer. We might have to though, to be honest. It could be like more clues of how he died. Or like the night before when he got here. But actually, I don't know how long he's been here in this hotel. So it might give us more clues as to what is happening here. So we're gonna keep reading. I can't sleep tonight too. Can't really find what keeps me awake at night either. Somehow everything bothers me. People usually say that writing down the worries would help, though I doubt it. I doubt everything. Maybe that's the reason why I'm unable to sleep. Or maybe I can't sleep because they took my gun. That says that I should get some remedy for it. So my only option looks like it'll put in a deep sleep. It doesn't relax me to know that I won't be able to wake up in a crisis. It must be nice to sleep without the fear that someone might be trying to kill you any second. So that is why we couldn't find his gun anywhere. This explains a lot. Can we stop reading it? No, we're not gonna stop reading it. Now that I've read about Barrett's letter to Silver, I am even more sure that something suspicious is going on. She doesn't use a language like that to anyone of us, nor she information sheet. She even forgot Cuba's name. Maybe the reason why Silver got assigned here is because she had a friend in the bag. Or in this case, Burrow. It's not good to see cases like this, especially in this time of massive unemployment. There's barely any budget to operate a supernatural bureau, and spending the money for useless international jobs like this. Like this doesn't make any sense. Garcia also mentioned that she doesn't trust Gerard or Silva. I believe she's researching something that might be useful for us to use against their odds. Garcia? I also have no idea who that is. Yeah. I think we have seen enough of his diary already, Miss Silva. No, we haven't. We're gonna keep going. So is that correct? Skoda. There must be Dacia. Who's that? I don't know who that is. Picture here. Oh! There's Miss Karat, Mr. Skoda, and Mr. Renault. Oh, that's Mr. Renault there. Okay. I believe this person is Darcy, since Skoda mentioned a she. It's a lovely picture. Looks like it was taken before I started working at the bureau. Telegraph notes. Let's go notes. It's the same information that Karat wrote, this time in Skoda's handwriting. I assume he made a copy. Oh, excuse me. I assume he made a copy when he read Karat's mail. The notes below read as Tell Willem about Vodnik. Don't forget to reply to Darcy's letter. Telegraph. It's the telegram that Karat sent him. Is it the one that is informing about us coming here? Yeah, it says, look at the telegram, which clearly says Laura Silver and the Ginger Boy. Oh no. Please tell me this is a joke, Miss Silver. Fortunately, no. There's the official stamp of the bureau. Karat is an airhead. How did she become the leader of this place, I wonder? Okay. They gave us more information of why Skoda is here. There isn't anything notable on the desk. The notebook. Oh. Yeah. Already done this. I thought there'd be something else. Yeah, okay. But there'd be something else. But there's something else. The disc. We've already done this. Okay. Oh, I'll just go straight to the picture anyway. Okay. That's cool. Okay. I've already done this. I can't skip this. I thought there'd be something else on the disc after you read all that, but there wasn't. Okay. Let's look at the bed. Okay. Bed. His clothes are folded and placed on the bed. Then he fold his clothes before entering the tub. I inspect each one of them to see if there's something wrong. Miss Silver, I think we shouldn't do that. Why? Doesn't that count as disrespecting the dead? What would Cooper think if he learned that I played with Yoda's nose? It would be more disrespectful if we didn't find his killer. Cooper. Yes? Trench coat is wet. Does it mean anything? Take the wet cigarettes and light it out of the coat's pocket. The wet cigarettes are softy methylenes, as I thought. Was it Softy or Sophie? I can't read today. I guess he won't be using the lighter anymore. Put it into my pocket. Lighter. Seized. Miss Silver, did you find an evidence? Yes, there are the room keys in his pocket. What about the letter? Is that a piece of evidence? No. Then why did you take it, Miss Silver? It's a good letter. Miss Silver, please put it back. Please. Lighter. Run away. Okay, nothing more there. Under the bed. Door, can I go out here? Don't want to click that again. Nothing really else here I can click for the door. Door! There's a dent on the door. Something must have hit it for this to happen. I will keep this in mind. Someone knocks on the door. Silver! Cooper! Are you done yet? It's Char's voice. I open the door. Have you found anything? Not yet, Mr. Char. May I ask you for a favor first? What is it, Silver? You gather everyone in the hotel in the lobby? I see. The culprit must be one of us, after all. Wonder if I can make Mr. Char believe in the existence of a super. I'll be searching the backyard for a while. I'll join you after that. Char raises an eyebrow. How can we be sure that you won't run away? If you're the culprit, it would be easy for you to leave the crime scene. Very true. I'll leave Cooper here. What? Miss Silver, I'm not something that you can leave behind. If I run away, you can reach me through Cooper. We work at the same bureau. Besides, here's a car keys. Well, fair enough. Miss Silver! I'll be back soon, Cooper. Okay, so we're going in the backyard. When we went down the stairs, the water was supposed to be cut off. How did the culprit fill Skoda's bathtub? Someone must have entered the boiler room to open the valves, and must have closed them back again after killing Skoda. Mr. Char must have seen the person entering the boiler room if he has been at the reception all night, like he says. But he never mentioned seeing Cooper entering the boiler room at all, did he? He didn't mention hearing anything either. It's true that he has hearing problems because of his days of war, but he must be able to see, unless... Look around for the metal door that leads to the boiler room. I stand near the door and look at the reception desk. I can't see it properly. The wall is blocking my sight. Now I understand why Char hasn't seen the culprit into the boiler room. It's on his blind spot. I push the iron door, but it doesn't budge. Is it locked? Press my ear against the door. I hear faint sounds of splashing. Does it mean that the boiler room is flooded? The boiler room is flooded. It means that the clues are lost. Was the vodnik the one who murdered Skoda? We closed the valves to prevent his access to the hotel, but he might have exploded the pipes before coming here. That would explain why the boiler room is underwater. And if he damaged the pipes, it would explain why the water is still off. Push the door again. It won't budge. I need to ask Char to open this door. I give up on the water tank for now and go to the backyard. I need to find that pot. There's something suspicious about how it disappeared. Ah, here's our pot. Shattered. Just like me. I should take a closer look. So even if this confirms that the pot certainly did fall down, there's nothing out of the ordinary. Only a heavy storm would have caused this pot to fall down, and there wasn't one last night. Interesting. Could see if any clues in the backyard. Wait, is there a child on the ground? It isn't a comfortable place to sit. Is he sleeping? There's no way he jumped down from Skoda's balcony to here after killing him, right? As far as I remember, the Vodnik can't shapeshift, so at least it eliminates the possibility of him being the Vodnik. I won't assume little children are culprits as long as they don't behave suspiciously. Crouch next to the child. Hey, no reply. He is well dressed. Looks like he's from a rich family. Hey? No response. I hold his shoulders and shake him. Can't be dead, right? Did Vodnik kill a child too? I close my hand over his nose and mouth. I can't sense any breathing. Oh. Opens his eyes. What are you doing? Why are you here? You answer my question first. Checking if you were alive. Well, as you can see, the person opens their eyes, it's sort of obvious that they are alive. Yes. Yes? Is that it? Why are you here? First, you must ask who I am, commoner. Then we can talk. Commoner? Who are you? I'm Uri von Geldern. I would say that it's nice to meet you, but you haven't told me your name yet. I'm Laura Silva. That's cool. What is your name? I bet my hair color has been checked out. You also have golden hair, don't you? Like your surname. He stops and looks down. Am I wrong? It isn't gold. This is just another tone of yellow. To me it looks orange. It's not something to be down about, is it? Anyway, I'm going to call you Silva. Sure, I'll be calling you Yuri. Uri, sorry. Call you Uri. That's okay with you. Even though being called as casually as that is a bit infuriating, I guess being friends with an inferior or wouldn't hurt my pride. Yes, Why aren't you getting up, Uri? None of your business, Silva. Isn't like you should know when to leave that king alone. Good lord. Child, good lord. Isn't your family worried about you? He sits down again. I guess he's like me. Get up, Yuri. You can get some rest in the hotel. Not a child. What are you? The King of Hanover. Hanover? Then what are you doing in Love? I hear sounds coming from the right. Is there something in the bushes? Silva, pick me up. Huh? Hurry, it's coming. What? I'll explain later. Let's just get out of here. I hear another rustle. I guess I should pick the kid up and rush inside. Am I curious about what is there? Of course I am. But I can't investigate now. Not when there's a kid with me. I'm a responsible adult. Will you hurry up? I pick Uri up and start jogging back to the hotel. Are you alright, Uri? Yes. Did that thing hurt you? Go faster, Silver! Do I look like a horse to you? Even though Uri had multiple layers of clothing on, his wrists were freezing. How long has he been sitting out there? I'll have to ask you a lot of questions. Okay. Everyone is gathered in the lobby except for Mr. Chow. I see Willem is sitting on a couch staring at the void. Mr. Cha didn't see anyone entering the hotel last night. So that leaves Miss Blanca, Mr. Willem, Mr. Cha, Miss Silver, and myself. This means we have 5 suspects. That's 6. Excuse me? Child in my arms starts to struggle and panic. What kind of treacherous ambush is this? I'm joking, Yuri. Yuri, calm down. Put Yuri on the ground. He balances himself on his feet. He looks like he's having a hard time doing that. Still grasping onto my arm. Is there a problem with his legs? You're not funny. So, who was that child? I'm Uri von Gildern. I thought you weren't a child. Found him sleeping in the backyard. I wasn't sleeping. I was exploring. Right. What an adorable young boy. Might be cute, but I'm pretty dangerous. Oh my. Oh my. Where is Mr. Char? He told us that he would like to spend some time with Paula before coming down here. I see. So while we're waiting for Mr. Char to come, press down to look Uri in the eye. So who are you running away from? So who you are a king? Are you wounded? Are you wounded would be my first thing. Did you get hurt somewhere? Oh, a scratch. What happened to your legs? Can you walk? I can walk. I'm not in the mood for it yet. Uri, look. I'm looking. If you don't cooperate, we can't help you. I don't want your help. Who are you running from? Running away from? Who was following you, Uri? No one important. Is he being followed by someone, Miss Silver? I heard a rustling in the bushes. In the bushes, I presume he was. Uri isn't making eye contact with me. What a stubborn child. So you're a king? You mentioned that you were a king. The king of Hanover, Uri von Geldern. I hear Miss Rube giggle. And what is the king of Hanover doing here? What are you dealing with here? Your Majesty, how did you come here? How did you come here? By myself. Huh? Capable of doing things like that. What are you dealing with here? What are you doing here? And what is the king of Hanover doing here? Someone like you shouldn't meddle in royal business, Silver. Know your place. Dang. Calm down. What are you dealing with here? What kind of business are you dealing with here, your majesty? None of your business, peasant. Young lad, where is your home? What did you say? Somebody asked where. I'm not some young lad. Cooper gasps. Also, I already stated that I'm from Hanover. Rather solve a murder case while juggling knives and deal with this child right now. Stand up. Cooper, do you know who is the current king of Hanover? Hanover doesn't have a king. What? What's wrong with Silver? What happened to the kingdom of Hanover? It's currently a part of the Germans as far as I know. Looks like I'll have to do some reading on history. Anyway, where is Mr. Cha? We shouldn't lose any time. Before that, Miss Silver. Yes, Blanca. Are you aware that Mr. Cha doesn't believe in the supernatural? I am. So without a doubt, he thinks that someone in this hotel has done it. What did you say? I can see that, yes. Do you also think it's one of us, Miss Silver? I don't know yet. We have to hold a meeting. We'll also have to look at the Vodnik's toy shop. We shouldn't jump to conclusions. Uri squeezes my arm. I agree, but Miss Silver, we all know the water was cut off. The fact that the bathtub was full is scaring me. The killer might have opened the valves back again, then closed them after killing Skoda, but what happened here, Miss Silver? What happened here, Silver? Very hush. I just want to know what happened. If you tell us what's been following you, we will. He doesn't reply. Silver, what's the explanation of this? We're waiting for you, Mr. Char. I can see that. Who was this child? I found him in the backyard. Where is his family? I think he doesn't have one. He might have run away. We must take him back to his home, Silver. What were you thinking when you brought him here? He was running away from something, Mr. Char. I couldn't leave him defenseless against possible danger. He was running away? From what? He hasn't told us yet. And you just picked him up and ran? Circumstances demanded so. You can take care of that after the police arrive. It will be safer for him that way. Alright. Are you talking about me? This man wants to know who you are. Uri von Geldern, the King of Hanover. Char reaches his hand out for a handshake. Nice to meet you, fellow king. I'm also the king of this area. Char. Uri shakes his hand. Nice to meet you too. I hope that our countries will be on peaceful terms in the future. Char nods. However, I see that you're wearing my daughter's gloves. Your Royal Highness. What? Oh, he stole the gloves. Uri squeezes my arm harder. Don't want a water star for a reason like this, but the princess might not be as understanding as I am. Child looks at me. Silver, you said you would do your best to deliver my daughter's gloves back to her, yes? Is it the right time for this? We were just about to start the meeting. Mr. Char stares at me. I don't think it would be appropriate for a child to be present during the meeting. You can go to the Pav's room, but not when he's wearing her gloves. These are my gloves! I want to start the meeting as soon as possible. Crash down again. Hurry? Let me take a look at your hands. No. Guinverre, show me your sketch. Right away, Miss Silver. Guinverre opens his notebook after a brief pause. Yeah, those are definitely Tab's gloves. It's identical, look. It's identical, look. So, she might just have a similar pair. These are my gloves, Silver. You can't blame me for something I haven't done. There will be a problem for us if Half thinks Rory's a thief after all. Char's beastly daughter will never forgive him. Be honest with me, Uri. Can't. So, Silver, I want to talk about this with you in private. Can't handle being in the same room with so many peasants. Good lord. You can whisper into my ear. With their hair. Not if you speak softly. Bend down. Silver. Yes. You help me? How? I'm the one who took them. But I can't give the gloves back. Why isn't Yuri? But I know how to take them. Why is it? Why is that, Yuri? It's about the vodnik you mentioned. It's like everyone I meet has something going on with him. But the vodnik, wonder if he lives nearby. I can't tell the details just yet. He looks out of the window at the bushes where I met him. Please let me keep the gloves, Silver. If I do that, will you tell me what you know? And when exactly will you tell me? I'll Oh, raises his voice. You will mention a meeting? It must be important. I'll wait until it ends. Looks like he's trying to buy some time. As long as he tells me where Bonnet lives, it's fine by me. I stand up. The job. Please tell Pav that I'll buy her another pair of gloves. She'll make a fuss over it. Better buy her better ones now. Silver. I nod, appreciating the fact that he didn't make a huge deal. Should we start the meeting now? Char sighs. Young king, I can't have you listen to our talks. I'm 200 years old. You're like a baby to me. Harry drops himself on the couch. I know everything the world has to offer. I'm more accustomed to death than any of you. Smiles. I won't budge. Dad takes the boy in his arms. What are you doing? Taking you to Pav. You'll play with her until our job is finished. No! You can't do that. I'll return and listen to you. Then I'll take you back to Pav's room until you learn to sit still. Maybe you'll return her the gloves too. These are my gloves! Silva, come here and save me! Watch as he is taken upstairs. What did he tell you, Miss Silva? He'd know something. Oh. The one following him might have been the Vodnik. Who knows where he is? Did he tell you anything? Shake my head. These are just my assumptions. He might have been trying to deceive me too. I don't know just yet. I don't think a child his age. Oh my god, I'm so burpy today. I apologize. I don't think a child his age is that prone to lying, Miss Silver. He's different. I can sense it. He seemed like a regular child to me. It's true that he is a smart one, though. What kind of difference are you talking about? I don't know. See Mr. Chow walking down the stairs. We can start the meeting, finally. Mr. Chow, did you make sure the children won't be interrupting the meeting? Skoda's room is already locked. Other than that, I don't think they will come downstairs. It seemed like they were getting along. I doubt it, though. I'm sure Uri won't be coming downstairs. He has a problem with walking. He won't be using the stairs with ease. So can we start the meeting? Yes, Miss Silver. I'll have a few times to get everyone's attention. I believe everyone here knows why we are having this meeting. Most likely, one of us is the culprit. Take a deep breath. I believe Skoda was drowned. However, he also has a nose injury, which could mean that he might have gotten punched in the face before he was drowned. He doesn't have any other visible injuries. I know that the murder happened recently, between 2 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. What were you doing at 2 a.m.? I was in my room, sleeping. Okay, so... Okay, what did you do right after you woke up? When was the last time you saw Mr. Skoda? Who do you think might have done it? Or what is your... Okay, we'll go this one. When's the last time you saw him? When's the last time you saw Skoda? Yesterday afternoon. What was he doing when you saw him? I don't know, I saw him in the lobby, and we exchanged greetings. What did you do right after you woke up? Can you tell me what you did right after you woke up? Did my hair and got dressed. I wanted to wash my face, but there was no water. I thought that there was a problem with the tap of my sink. When I left my room to report this to Mr. Cha, Lim called me to talk with you. When do you wake up? When do you wake up? My schedule is kinda when the hotel is off season. Wake up at like 8 a.m. I see. What is your room number? What is your room number, Blanca? I'm sleeping in one of the rooms on the ground floor, Miss Silver. I believe they aren't numbered. Who do you think might have done it? What do you think about the case, Miss Blanca? I know everybody in the hotel, Miss Silver, and I know you are a nice person too. What do you mean? You know what I'm trying to say, Miss Silver? She looks meaningfully at my pocket. I see the notebook is sticking out, so she thinks the Vodnik did it. Thanks for your cooperation. I know the murder happened recently. Let's talk to Char. Mr. Chow, what were you doing at 2 a.m.? I was at the reception desk the whole time, the whole night. I doubt that. Did you notice anything suspicious? Did you notice anything suspicious? Nothing concerning what happened last night, but I had to lock the boiler room's door. Boiler room? The water must have started flowing for a brief period in the night. The pipes couldn't handle the pressure. It is not something that should concern you. It happens frequently in winter. Last year, the lobby flooded several times because of it. It's a good thing we installed the metal door. At least it keeps the water inside. When's the last time you saw Skoda? When's the last time you saw Skoda? Last night, when he came to greet you both. What is your room number? I have my own room on the ground floor. It stays near the entrance. Okay. So both of them are on the ground floor. What do you think about of this case? I know that neither Blanca or Willem are the kind of people to commit murder. Are you blaming me or Cooper? Cooper looks like a nice fellow too. Are you suspicious of me? Chest drugs. I won't say a thing before we find any evidence. Mr. Char, I'm sure that Miss Silver didn't do it. Why? You two spend the night together? No? Then you can't be sure, Cooper. You should choose who to trust wisely. Be suspicious. What were you doing at 2 a.m.? Willem's name, but it looks like he didn't hear me. Blanca pops in between us. Miss Silver, I think it's obvious that Willem didn't do it. Send him to his room without making him a part of this investigation would be better. Miss Blanca, did you murder Skoda? No, how could I? Do you think Mr. Char did it? No. Do you think me or Cooper did it? I think you are both kind people. Kindness does not bring innocence with it. I also assume you weren't blaming Pav or Uri. Of course not. Whisper into her ear. I also think the Vodnik is the culprit. However, we have to evaluate the facts first. I have to check that everyone's accounts are consistent. Just thought we should leave Willem out of this. I can see why you'd want that, Miss Blanca, but there's a chance that he is the murderer. I don't want to ignore that. She nods. I understand, Miss Silver. Sits back, observing us from a distance. Willem? What is it? Willem, what were you doing at 2 a.m. this morning? 2 a.m.? Pretty sure I was asleep. What did you do right after you wake up? Can you tell me what you did right after you woke up? I went downstairs, had a talk with Mr. Char before going to the dining hall. When do you wake up in the morning? 7. Had to serve breakfast at 8:30 a.m. and the hotel isn't off season. I woke up at 6. So you were in your room between 2 and 7? Yes. Mr. Char, can you confirm that you've talked with Mr. Willem this morning? I can. We talked about the weather and how we always talk about the weather every morning. Willem smiles. It feels so distant now, like it happened months ago. last time you talked to Skoda? Do you mean his corpse or alive? Yesterday afternoon. What was he doing? What was he doing when you saw him? Taking a stroll in the hotel. Did he do that often? Almost every day. Looks like Savin did nothing else except from occupying space in this hotel. Do you think might have done it? What do you think about the case? I'm not the person you need to ask. Pardon me? I don't want to blame the guest, but I'm almost sure that it was you. And why is that? Isn't it obvious? Man dies the night you come here. Got a point. I don't have any alibi either. I'm the perfect suspect. I also know that you're hiding your real job from us. One would think that you would reveal it to get rid of suspicion. One would also think that being a detective doesn't get rid of any suspicion. Grimaces. Seems like my snark isn't appreciated. Too bad. Tell me how I did it. You may have somehow stolen my keys, or picked his lock, or slipped in from the balcony. Balcony? The lock has broken, remember? What was I thinking? Never checked the balcony door. Oh. Skoda would have requested a different room if he had noticed the balcony door was broken. Could it be that the culprit broke it last night? When was the lock broken? I'm not sure. Never thought of checking while Skoda was staying there. I see. Tell me more about my balcony breaking. You got in from the balcony, and Skoda was taking a shower at that time, sir. You entered his bathroom and punched him in the face. So it would explain what happened to his nose. The water was cut off, so he couldn't have been showering. I guess? And then? Do you think Skoda died from a broken nose? I don't know. Did you strangle him? I may have drowned him too. We found him in the tub. It's sort of obvious. What sort of game is this, Silver? You have a point. Excuse me? You see, I hadn't considered the balcony as an entrance to his room. You're an extraordinary detective, I must say. Entering from the balcony, lockpicking, stealing Willem's keys. Huh. You said that I could have taken your keys. You have Skoda's room keys? Gave them to you when you were about to shoot his door. So it happened a few minutes ago, Silver. Right, you're the only one who has his spare keys, right? Yes. At least I was supposed to be the only one. That's good to know. Now you think I'm the culprit? No, at least not yet. What do you mean? Still a bit too early to be pointing fingers. He huffs. Need to ask Cooper what he thinks about all this. Cooper. Yes, Miss Silver. What do you think? Oh, I don't know. I think that Mr. Willem is in a healthy state of mind right now. Also, I'm wondering about what Mr. Chow will say about. I wasn't asking about the well-being of the hotel folk. Who do you think killed Skoda? I assume that it's most likely the vodnik, Miss Silver. How? He may have drowned Skoda in the tub. Do I think it was the vodnik? Or do I think it was someone else? Basically, a yes or no here. I think it might be Skoda. Willem, sorry. Even though he's Skoda. To be honest, I don't think it was the vodnik. You have a point, but I don't think the culprit is the vodnik. Quite obvious that Skoda was drowned there, and that makes the culprit one of us. Can we talk about our clues, Miss Silver? I think we can reach somewhere with them. Sure. Sure, let's line them up. I'll go first. Full tub. Broken lock of the balcony door. A dent on the bathroom door. Oh, also Skoda's broken nose. The wet trench coat. I guess that's all of them, Miss Silver. What would you want to start with? The full tub. Mr. Skoda was drowned in the full tub. He closed the valves yesterday and we checked it. That means someone must have entered the boiler room to open the valves back again. You might have been followed. Skoda had said that the walls were thin. People might have heard us. Mr. Char's ears aren't all that well, but he might have seen you entering the boiler room. Mitchell was in his blind spot, Miss Silver. Surprisingly sneaky, considering his orange attire. Okay then, the culprit killed Skoda in his tub, drowning him. However, the water is still off, Miss Silver. Then we can assume that the killer went back to the boiler room and smashed some of the pipes. Because, well, the boiler room is underwater. But if the culprit was to smash the pipes, like you said, they would be all wet. That's right. Imagining Char destroying the pipes is unexpectedly fitting. And also quite amusing. Talk about other clues. About Skoda's broken nose. Didn't partake in the examination of the corpse. I can't offer any insight on this. His nose was broken, that's all. What do you think about it? Was the damage inflicted by the culprit? Possibility. He might have hit his nose on a solid surface while he was struggling against the culprit too. The door. He must have hit his nose in the door. True that there was a huge dent on the door. Good job, Keeper. Have his head smashed against the door so hard that it creates a dent, and leave with only a broken nose? He must have had quite a sturdy head, Skoda. Huh. The doors of the bathroom opened outwards too. The killer must have been in the bathroom before Skoda was. Sure. How could that happen? That sounds a bit off, Miss Silver. Let's say the killer entered the room. How would they enter the bathroom? The killer entered the bathroom. Mr. Skoda would be awakened. Good point. After seeing Skoda awake, they might have panicked and entered the bathroom. Skoda, now awake, would try to coerce the culprit out of the bathroom. The culprit then might have used the outward opening door to hurt him. So they broke Skoda's nose with the door. Quite nice. So think of other clues, Miss Silver? Talk about the balcony door. Mr. Skoda hasn't written anything about it in his journal. If he was an avid smoker, that means he would already have noticed the issue. If he noticed the issue, he would immediately tell Mr. Char to get it fixed, or he would want to get his room changed. This means the lock must have broken very recently. What do you think? What do you think, Miss Silver? The killer might have entered the room from the balcony. Or got out. The balcony door only locks from the inside. Culprit might have easily unlocked the balcony door to leave. There's no need to break it. Miss Silver, you were staying right next to Mr. Skoda. Did you hear anything? Wait. Yeah, we did hear something on the balcony. There's like a smash, like a pot smash or something. Actually, this morning, the flower pot in my balcony fell down. I woke up by the sound of it. I checked the balcony and there was no one to be found. What would the culprit do in your balcony, Miss Silver? Maybe you were supposed to be the victim? No, that can't be. My balcony was simply a step to reach Skoda's room. The killer got out of the room next to me. They jumped into my room, and then to Skoda's afterwards. Makes sense. Mr. Willem was able to obtain the spare keys for Mr. Skoda's room. Would be possible for them to get the room 101's key too. Exactly. When did you wake up, Miss Silver? It was 8:30 when I heard the noise coming from the balcony. I went downstairs to meet with Mr. Cha around 8:40. Then Mr. Willem and Miss Blanca arrived around 9. It's more likely that the culprit was getting out when they dropped my pot. However, is it alright to assume that? The pot might have fallen because of the wind too. Can't be. Miss Silver. They were quite heavy. And it wasn't windy last night. See. This means the culprit used the balcony of 101, then jumped to yours. After that, they jumped to Skoda's balcony, they broke the lock and entered the room. After killing Skoda, they used the same route to return. But of course, they dropped my pot in this moment. They also might have entered from Skoda's door. The locks of the balcony door could easily be opened from inside. No need for them to break the balcony lock if they were going to enter from the door. Yeah. So, can we say Mr. Willem isn't a suspect? Why? Is it because he has the spare keys? Yes, Miss Silver. Wouldn't he enter from the door if he had them in the first place? Maybe his aim was from another hotel worker for the murder, so he broke the lock of the balcony door to make us believe someone else entered the room. Then why would he leave the room from the balcony? He would use the regular door. True, that's true. So, Mr. Willem can't be the culprit. That would leave us with Mr. Cha and Blanca too. Why aren't you counting Uri or Pavla? They're kids. Good thinking. They have short legs that can't perform balcony hopping. I don't mean it like that, but I think that's a more logical approach, Miss Silver. And there's still the Vodnik possibility too. Right. And last but not least, we had the wet trench coat. While they were drowning Skoda, the culprit wore his trench coat in order to not get wet. That would explain the whole issue about the wet trench coat. Then the culprit can't be Mr. Cha. Yes, he's too big to wear it. So it's Blanca or the Vodnik. What I can't understand is if Blanca wanted to kill Skoda, why wouldn't she pick an easier route? Why the balconies? Why the tub? Maybe she was trying to frame the Vodnik? After all, it looks like the Vodnik did it in first glance. Flowed through pipes to get rid of the person who was investigating him. Mr. Skoda's nose might just be an accident in the culprit's plan. Do you disagree, Miss Silver? Sounds like the best option available, Cooper. Well done. I am honored. However, I haven't got the single idea on why she decided to frame the Vodnik. Might be something about the past. So the culprit still might not be Blanca. People at the hotel might have plotted together. We know that Mr. Willem isn't one of them because if so, they would enter from the door. If Mr. Cha and Miss Blanca were the ones who killed Mr. Skoda, the whole incident about the bathroom door wouldn't have happened. We can agree on the fact that Mr. Cha has enough strength to pin Mr. Skoda down. There would be no need for him to enter the bathroom. Right. So, it's either Miss Blanca or Vodnik. What are we going to do now, Miss Silver? I'll talk with Blanca. Try to make her talk into admitting that he murdered Skoda. I'll join you, Miss Silver. You can go and wait with Uri until I come join you. I can't do that. If Blanca is the killer and she tries to harm you, I have a gun, Keeper. I can win against her. But if something happens, in that case, take Uri and go find the Vodnik. You can complete our mission on your own. Tell Kurat to give you my list, alright? I can't do that, Miss Silver. You can. Can't tell him that the real reason I don't want him to stay here is that I may use my gun to threaten Blanca. Wouldn't be something Cooper would approve of. That'd be the best for me, Cooper. Try to understand me. Besides. Alright, Miss Silver. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you, Cooper. I'll wait until he is out of sight. Ooh. What do I do now? Miss Blanca, may I talk to you in private? Of course, Miss Silver. Are you the one who killed Skoda? You murdered Skoda? Try to confuse her. Try to confuse her. What has 4 letters? Why are you asking this all of a sudden, Miss Silver? Sometimes it has 9 letters. I don't understand. Is this a question? How is it related to anything happening, Miss Silver? But never has 5 letters. I don't understand. I don't know. Oh wait, it says 6 letters. She looks baffled. I was more able to confuse her, now she's more vulnerable to my questions. Are you the one who killed Skoda? Are you the one who killed Skoda? It's confused. What do you mean, Miss Silver? You should confess while you have the chance. How could someone like me commit such a crime? Vodnik must have given you some tips. Did he even have a chance to struggle? Did he even have a chance to struggle? Would you take his life before he could put up a fight? What are you talking about? Listen to me. You've had plenty of time to speak, but you've said nothing. If you could just stop blaming me and let me answer your questions, I promise I'll cooperate. Go to the other one. Say the other one. Vodnik must have given you some tips. Vodnik must have given you tips. You worked with him before. He could have shown you how to drown a man. I worked with that person before he became a Vodnik. And I ran away. I don't want to be associated with that man anymore. Then how can you know that he became a Then how can you know that he became a Vodnik? And how can you know that he became a Vodnik? I grew up listening to stories of the Vodnik. When I saw him after he changed, I knew immediately that the creature in front of me was Vodnik. Was this the reason you ran away? Yes. How the Vodnik look like? Can you describe how the Vodnik look like? It's a demon-like, a wild sea beast. Green skin and fish-like eyes. That correlates with the information I have. He tried to attack you? Yeah, we'll do that one. He tried to attack you? He looks disturbed while answering the question. Yes. How? Tried to strangle me. How did you fight back? I pretended that I lost consciousness. I waited until he stopped strangling me. That's professional. I wonder if Skoda thought of the same thing while he was being drowned. Wait, what if Miss Blanca noticed that? Killed him anyways and is now telling us exactly how she did it. How sly. Then what happened? After he let me go, I opened the window, jumped out and ran. Is he not as fast on the ground than he is in water? I believe so. You lying. You're lying. What makes you think so, Miss Silver? You are lying. Something in your behavior just ticks me off. Just trying to help. Would you let me know what is wrong? Look, I know you're the one who killed him. Don't make things harder for me. Miss Silver, I'll understand if you're stressed because you lost your co-worker. What? What I care about is the fact that losing him isn't helping me, since you're the one who killed him. But I didn't kill him. But it would help me if the culprit was the vodnik. Miss Silver, what I'm trying to make you understand is the fact that, of course, you would say that. You committed the murder to make me believe that the vodnik did it. Weren't you hoping that you'd finally get people to believe you and help you get rid of him? It's obvious. Blanca, stop lying. Not lie, Miss Silver, please. Understand, I have no reason to kill Mr. Skoda. I just stated your reason. Blanca, you don't have to raise your voice. I can't stand people like you. At least admit if you committed the damn murder. Maybe it is your own inability that you couldn't find solid proof. Are you admitting it? I didn't do it, Miss Silver. There's no need to act childish. I think I fucked up. I think I fucked up. I know you were the culprit. What? Why do you have a gun? Did you do it? Answer me. I didn't. It's the vodnik who killed Skoda. Tell the truth. What are you doing? What are you doing, Silver? Put the gun down. Silver, we can talk about this. I won't put this gun down until Blanca admits. Uh, I'm not the one. Are you thick, Silver? The woman's been saying the same thing since the beginning. I aim my gun at Willem. Silver, calm down. You are being disrespectful to Skoda. His body is still upstairs and rotting. Oh really? You didn't say Mr. You don't say Mr. Cha. What would I do if you weren't here to state the obvious? Feel a blow on my head. Oh shit. Pull down and open my eyes to the vision of Blanca holding the chair up. Did she? Whew. Miss Silver, I apologize, but I can't have you disrupt the peace in this hotel. Did she hit me with that chair? When I get up, I'll make you regret you were born. Unbelievable. Look at my hand. Where is my gun? Oh, there you are. Watch out for my gun. Blanca, hit her again. Dang. I think I fucked up. With my eyes, I don't have my gun on me. My hands, they're cuffed. When did they persuade Cooper into joining them? Damn it. I kicked the bed. Police should be here any second now, and I'm sure that snake called Willem will make them believe I'm the culprit. They wouldn't lock me up without proof, right? I was supposed to take care of the vodnik. Skoda's death wasn't even within the range of my job description. I should find a way to run away from here. Find the Vodnik. Yes, that sounds about right. I'll think about the details on the road. I stand up, reaching for the balcony door. I kick the door. The lock is broken. Okay, now you just have to jump. It shouldn't be that hard. You're only jumping from the second floor, after all. I find the railing of the balcony and jump. Dang, we died. We died! But how did she manage to die from a fall of just 2 stories? Insane how fragile human bodies are. I'm sure you can find a solution to this, right? You know you have to. Dang, okay, so we fucked up. I'm gonna do for this episode. We'll continue on. Continue this game, see how far we can get. That's 1 death down. I don't know how many deaths we can do, or how many endings there are. But we're gonna start again. Unless we can just go from the continue next time. But anyway, I really enjoyed this. This game is really fun and interesting. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and everyone, stay amazing.